Welcome back to the Data Science Rabbit Hole, where we dive deep into the curiouser and curiouser world of data, but we'll keep you safely on this side of the looking glass. Today, we're picking apart a phrase that's been hanging around the corporate world like a bad smell in an elevator: low-hanging fruit. Now, before we get into the juicy details, let's address the elephant in the orchard. It's low-hanging fruit, not low-hanging fruit. That hyphen is as crucial as the space between a and lot. If you're not hyphenating, you might as well be saying irregardless while you're at it. And if that's you, well, congratulations, you've just committed a war crime against the English language. But where did this fruity phrase come from? Well, it's been around for centuries, originally referring to actual fruit hanging on lower branches. You know, the kind that's easier to pick than the ones at the top. It's like the fruit is wearing a sign that says "pick me," much how your unattended wallet at a bar is practically screaming "steal me." Now, you'd think this phrase would have been popular since forever, but surprise, surprise, it didn't really take off until the 90s. At last I understand why the 90s economy was roaring. I had thought it had something to do with the explosion of the web, economic policy, or an end of the Cold War dividend. I never realized that until the 90s businesses weren't focusing their efforts on low-hanging fruit. The discovery of this long-existing but little-used metaphor seems to have revolutionized modern business. It's like businesses were wandering around an orchard, starving, until someone pointed out the apples right in front of their faces. Meanwhile, Enron was over in the corner plucking poisonous berries and selling them as health supplements. I've seen other commenters comment on the timing of when this phrase became popular, but here at the Rabbit Hole we go deeper. That's what rabbit holes are for. As best as I can tell, the real catalyst for this phrase's popularity was a 1992 book called The Challenge of Organizational Change by Harvard Business School professor Rosabeth Moss Kanter. She mentioned how GE was using the phrase as part of their process improvement initiatives. This was during the reign of GE CEO Jack Welch, who was seen as a business messiah at the time. These days, well, let's just say his legacy is about as stable as GE's stock price. Ouch. Talk about your low-hanging fruit turning into rotten apples. Kanter mentioned the phrase in this sentence: by using early workouts to go after irksome minor issues like excess paperwork, low-hanging fruit in company parlance, GE gets quick victories on the board. This is right when Jack Welch was mid-apotheosis and every other company in the United States desperately wanted to imitate GE. Don't get me started on Six Sigma. Workouts were part of a process improvement initiative that focused on 3 to 4 months turnarounds for results. These were considered hugely successful and became quite popular, though now we know that Jack Welch wasn't all that in a bag of chips, as his acolytes have gone on to destroy every company they touch. That's why I try to only fly on Airbus planes now. But there you have it, low-hanging fruit went from orchard obscurity to corporate cliché faster than you can say synergy. It's the perfect metaphor for quick, easy wins in business, and if there's one thing corporations love more than actual fruit, it's a good buzz phrase. It's like catnip for CEOs. Before we wrap up, remember, whether you're picking fruit or choosing your battles in the data world, sometimes the easiest targets are the best place to start. Just make sure you're not ignoring the bigger picture while you're at it. If you enjoyed this fruity deep dive, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, in the orchard of data science, every piece of fruit counts, even the low-hanging ones. Until next time, keep your algorithms fresh and your data sets crisp. I'll see you when I see you.